Greetings and welcome to CS133 Practical Programming. This is week 2, loops and logic. Last piece of the logic is our little practice. Again, pause where you need to. Let's go ahead and get to it. So, create an if-else statement. That's if true, yay, else, boo. So, if statement. If true, capital T, colon, enter. So, it's going to print if it's true. Print yay if it's true. So print yay, and then we got backspace out because we're done with the if statement, the if part of it. Else, and there's no conditions. We don't need to put if false or else false or whatever. We just colon, enter, print, boo. So when we run this, I probably should make this a little larger. When we run this, it should print yay because this is true. There we go. Now, if it was false, and we can see that real quick, if it's false, it's going to do the boo. That's the if-else statement. Now, let's add a little bit more to this. We're going to create a variable x and set it to 5. Right? So, create the variable x, set it to 5. All right. Create a variable y, set it to 10. Create an if-else statement to evaluate if x is less than 7. Alright, so if x is less than 7, alright, so we're evaluating if x is less than 7, and y is greater than 7. And don't forget our colon, enter. If it's true, print 7. Alright, so let's print 7. And that's all it says, so backspace, else print not so much. Else, again, oops, sometimes if you don't do a colon, did not indent correctly for me. Else, print, not so much. Alright, 5 is x, s is less 7, y is 10, 10 is greater than 7, so in theory this should print 7. Run, and it did. Now, if any of them, remember this is an and statement, so even if I put this as 7, 7 is not less than 7, so therefore our conditions are not met. Alright, last one. I'm going to create 3 variables. I'm going to set them to numbers of your choice. Create an else-if statement to evaluate if each number is greater than 10. Alright, remember how these work. The first thing that's true is true. So, x equals 7, y equals 9, z equals 11. Alright, so if x is greater than 10, we're just going to print x. Right, because that x is the first one. Backspace, else. Again, I probably should make this so you can see it. Else if statements are if y, I'm going to delete some of the spacing so it all fits. Y is greater than 10, colon, print y. And backspace, elif, z is greater than 10. And then we're going to print z. Now, notice I don't have an else statement, right? I just want to know if any of these are greater than 10. And it's going to be the first one. So let's going to run this, right? Makes sense. It's z because that's not greater than 10. That's not greater than 10. Now, if we change this to 12 and run it, it's x. Now, even though z is greater than 10 as well, again, which is the first one to be greater than 10? That's how else-if statements work. Whatever the first one is, it doesn't even look at the rest of them, which can also make your code slightly more efficient. With that, go ahead and do your challenges, your if statements, your worksheets, all of that good fun stuff, and your practices. And we'll see you for next lesson where we're going to go over looping.